Good morning.
Morning.
It's 9 o'clock. We're gonna convene as the Board of Supervisors. Do I have approval of the tentative agenda?
Bill moved.
Second. I have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Minutes of last meeting, please.
April 27th, 2026. Chairperson Bosch called the regular meeting of the Wright County Board of Supervisors to order at 9:02 a.m. Members present were Cluse, Rasmussen, Bosch, Lukes, and Ellis. Motion by Rasmussen, second by Ellis to approve the tentative agenda. Motion carries. Minutes of the previous regular meeting of April 20th, 2026 were read and approved with one correction. Approved claims for payment. Motion by Clues, second by Rasmussen to approve the Wright County Courthouse grounds application for the Clarion Farmers Market from May 30th to September 26th, excluding June 13th and July 4th. Motion carries. The master matrix from the public hearings recently held were presented for approval. There were questions presented regarding the Shouse and the waterway for the Buffalo site. The Iowa DNR verified the location of the Shouse. It does not qualify as a residence and the distance of the waterway changed. Ellis shared her thoughts after talking to the landowner of the Shouse. The master matrix score was 495, the 440 points needed. Motion by Ellis, second by Lukes to reject the invalid score on the master matrix regarding the Buffalo site. Motion carries. Motion by Ellis, second by Cluse to approve the master matrix for the Larry Olson site in Lake Township. Motion carries. Motion by Cluse, second by Rasmussen to approve the master matrix for the Huntley site in Boone Township. Motion carries. Motion by Rasmussen, second by Cluse to open a public hearing on the Wright County budget for fiscal year 2026-2027 at 9:29 a.m. By roll call vote, ayes, Cluse, Rasmussen, Bosch, Lukes, and Ellis, nays, none. Motion carries. There were no written comments. Ellis explained the increase in public safety and capital projects. Motion by Cluse, second by Rasmussen to close the public hearing on the Wright County budget for fiscal year 2026-2027 at 9:33 a.m. By roll call votes, ayes, Cluse, Rasmussen, Bosch, Lukes, and Ellis, nays, none. Motion carries. Motion by Cluse, second by Rasmussen to approve resolution 2026-14 to adopt the fiscal year 2026-2027 Wright County budget. By roll call vote, ayes, Cluse, Rasmussen, Bosch, Lukes, and Ellis. Nays, none. Resolution 2026-14 duly passes and reads as follows. Aaron J. Budwig, Wright County Economic Development, presented the 2026 Build with Bags grant. This grant will be used to purchase benches for the Wright County Courthouse facility. Motion by Cluse, second by Rasmussen to have Aaron J. Budwig pursue 2026 Build with Bags grant for the Wright County Courthouse facility. Motion carries. Adam Clemens, Wright County Engineer, held discussion on the new Taylor Avenue Bridge south of Belmont. The options for the northeast corner of the guardrail are to leave it as is, move the end section out 2 feet for $6,000, or remove trailing end section. Lukes has had complaints regarding the curve approaching the bridge on the northeast corner guardrail and would like to have them removed because they have never had them on before. Ellis agrees with Lukes. Eric Rector questioned the liability aspect from removing the rail, and Clemens stated he would not speak on the liability as that would be a county attorney question. Motion by Cluse, second by Lukes to remove the trailing end section from the northeast guardrail. Motion carries with Rasmussen and Bosch voting nay. Motion by Cluse, second by Rasmussen to receive the Wright County fiscal year 2025 cost allocation plan and have the chairperson sign the certificate of cost allocation plan. Motion carries. Motion by Rasmussen, second by Lukes to go into closed session at 9:48 a.m. in accordance with Iowa Code Chapter 21.5 subsection K to discuss information contained in records in the custody of the governmental body that are confidential records pursuant to section 22.7 subsection 50. By roll call vote, ayes, Cluse, Rasmussen, Bosch, Lukes, and Ellis. Nays, none. Motion carries. Motion by Lukes, second by Rasmussen to come out of closed session at 10:23 a.m. By roll call vote, ayes, Cluse, Rasmussen, Bosch, Lukes, and Ellis. Nays, none. Motion carries. There was no action taken regarding the closed session. Motion by Clue, second by Rasmussen to adjourn the meeting, motion carries.
Any additions or corrections? Hearing none, they will stand approved as read. Okay, claims have been around. Open forum for public input. Okay. Item number 5, Danny Eisentrager, member of Iowa State Bar Foundation, to present commemorative flag in recognition of America's 250th anniversary.
Good morning, I'm Danny Eisentrager, and I've been asked to present to you, in honor of America's 250th anniversary, a commemorative flag from the Iowa State Bar Association and the Iowa State Bar Foundation. Apparently, they're being presented to all 99 counties. The only requirement of me is to take a photo presenting it to you, so that is why I'm here. I don't know if they didn't trust I wasn't gonna do it, or.
What's that?
Wanna go up front or just stay here?
I'm up front.
Up front?
Yep.
Okay, we'll be in recess for 5 minutes.
Well, we can do it right,
Oh, right
right
there.
here,
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were going outside. I thought you said up front. I thought you meant outside. Never mind.
in front of the desk, I'm sorry.
That's all right, so sit.
Thanks, Danny.
All right. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Hey, sitting ready.
She actually was looking too.
She knows how to take a photo.
I was just here to be a
Have a good day.
Get out of the way, right too.
You got it.
Okay. Item number 6, review and act on courthouse grounds used for Citizens Bank on July 24th, 2026.
Their annual luncheon, appreciation luncheon, that they always do for the last billion years, so
No issues.
no issues.
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign.
I'm efficient.
Motion carries.
Well, that's it.
Yeah. Can we take photo?
Where do we put it? I want to see what it looks like.
We have a flagpole.
See what it looks like.
It'll look like an American flag.
We'll open it up. I want to see it.
Okay.
We have 5 minutes.
Yeah, nice.
Scissors. We have a knife in the courthouse.
I get my arm cut off.
That's different. Oh, it is so nice.
Well, it is different.
Oh, it's the 250 logo. Very nice. Now Andy can have it.
Now Andy can have it. Love it. Nice.
I'll go give it to him.
Okay.
And we just. You wanna move on to? What's that? 9? Okay. Item number 9, update on the decision by the Iowa DNR for the construction permit for the Buffalo site in Vernon Township.
Sandy and Jamie are not here yet. I don't know if they are coming for sure or not. But, when I spoke to them, they said that even, the DNR took those points away. If they did, there's still 460
60.
points. Yeah,
440 required.
440 required, 460. So even if they took that away, it still passed. Even if they took the water and measured it differently, that would be 15 points. They would still be at 445. It would still pass. And so they are going to go ahead and issue a permit for that facility.
Okay.
So there won't be any extra hearings or anything like that.
Is there any action required by us then?
No.
Yeah.
Sounds good. We'll just go into closed session till 9:15, or not closed session, recess to 9:15.
You got saved, Betty.
Alrighty, it's 9:15, we will go to item 7. The whole budget amendment hearing on the Wright County budget for fiscal year 2025-2026. Do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to open the public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Public hearing is open for the budget amendment 2025-2026. Anybody wish to speak? Do we get anything?
There were no written comments.
Okay. Is there anything we need to say about what the budget amendment is?
Had an overall impact of,
A reduction in $305,000 and $211.
Yeah,
In expenses reduction, 305, 211. Increase in revenues, or decrease in revenues of 73,492.
right.
With an overall ending fund balance for June 30, 2026 is an increase of 231,719.
Wants to close the public hearing. Second.
Motion and second to close the public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Public hearing is closed. Okay, item number 8, review and act on resolution 2026-15 to adopt the fiscal year 2025-2026 Wright County budget amendment and appropriation to various departments.
I'll make that motion to approve resolution 2026-15.
So,
I have a motion and a second, roll call vote, Dean,
aye.
Rick,
Aye.
Lynn,
Aye.
Betty, aye, Ashley votes aye. Motion carries. Alrighty. Discuss and consider options relating to Taylor Avenue Bridge. This is back on the agenda.
Okay, that's me. The guardrail was removed from the northeast corner. So according to our minutes, was motion by Clues, seconded by Lukes to remove the trailing end section of the northeast guardrail. After the meeting, Adam contacted me and showed me the railing and had staked out to remove the shoulder. And so I contacted the Iowa Department of Transportation, and they offered me the information that there's no reason, rationale, or requirement that would necessitate removal of the shoulder due to the removal of a guardrail. I had a nice conversation with the individual on the way in here this morning. And they said that the flow of the road without the guardrail is better. They like it that way. But they thought it was stupid that the shoulder was removed. So I guess in the minutes, it does not state anything about removing a shoulder. I don't know why that was done. It makes no sense.
I have an email from the same person that he talked to last week after she removed, or after she reviewed the situation. She concurs with the logic to remove the guardrail booster, because it creates a traveled portion of the way. It's essentially your second to last, paragraph. Creates a traveled way which a person can travel on and hit the bridge end section, which is not a crash worthy end section, is a concrete end barrier. You will stop right there. So this allows the removal of the guardrail blister, because the guardrail blister was put there to accommodate the guardrail. Okay, so when the guardrail was removed, the guardrail blister was thus removed too. And we created a 4-to-1 force slope on the edge of the road. If the guardrail would never have been installed on that trailing end, the blister would have never been there. So the guardrail blister was the construction of that was to accommodate the construction of the guardrail. We have other situations in the county currently that the trailing end was not installed at construction, and there is no blister for the guardrail because there was no guardrail put on.
So I noticed that in removing this, that also you removed existing vegetation from the shoulder. So you're telling me that previously this was not properly maintained?
Sorry, I'm not understanding that question.
So, like I said, you removed existing vegetation from the shoulder. So previously, you're telling me that this was not in compliance because there was no guardrail on the original bridge.
Correct, the original bridge, which was done at a
Yes.
different standard of that time. So now this is a new standard. We brought it up to current standards. We did, when we removed, when we placed the guardrail and placed the blister on, we did have them do hydro seeding on it. Okay, when we removed it, the previous day, our hydro seeder threw a fin on its agitator, so that is being fixed. Once the hydro seeder is done, we'll come back in and put the hydro seed back on that force slope that we created. We did throw down some seed just to start the process. The 4-to-1 force slope is actually better than the force slope that is currently on the interior curve of that road to the north, which is a less than 3-to-1 force slope. So I hope that answers your question.
So do you ever, the flooding issue on the west side and it washes out the road? Right now, there is, I would say, no shoulder there either. It's loose gravel. Are you ever gonna try to extend that shoulder?
We hadn't planned on that with the current construction. When the rock starts getting worked into the roadway, it should be more stable, I guess, because it's loose.
I guess I would ask for you to look at it.
Understand.
I have no further discussion.
And then also it was stated about liability, so I actually called Jay LaFever and he's on Zoom.
Morning.
Morning, Jay. Can you speak to us about the conversation that we had in regards to our liability now that this guardrail is removed?
Yeah, Ashley reached out to me towards the end of last week and asked the question, if we alter a bridge from the original design, does that increase liability or create any concern that the Board of Supervisors should be worried about with this? I had a conversation with ICAP, and there is concern there. The main concern being the bridge was originally designed to DOT standards. So the question would be, a trailing guardrail being taken out, does it still fit within DOT standards? Or are we outside of compliance with the way the DOT would design the bridge? If we're outside compliance, we most certainly have created additional liability exposure. So Adam, assuming you're still in the room, that would be the question that I have for you is, where does that fit within DOT regulation or standards for a bridge? I know you made a comment about a few other bridges in the county that were originally built to older standards. This one was being brought up to current standards.
Yeah, so I don't have it offhand. There is an option to design the bridge without a trailing end section. we have had a current practice in Wright County to put all four corners of the bridge guardrail on every single bridge that we do. So that's been our practice. If that's something that needs to change, we can change that in the future. But I would say that, the bridge was put in by an approved set of plans by the Board of Supervisors and by the DOT. And after construction was completed, it was approved after the construction was done.
And that would be where the concern from ICAP comes from is we had a safety feature on the bridge. We have removed a safety feature from it. If someone happened to have an accident on that trailing portion, goes down in the river, rolls a car, whatever it may be, that question and certainly liability can come back to the county for the removal of it.
So do we need to reinstall a guardrail and move it over? Like what our other option was?
ICAP would be more comfortable if that rail was reinstalled as it was installed to begin with and then taken away.
Jay, did you go out and look at it? The bridge?
I have not been to that bridge. I can be there
I
later
know.
today.
Yeah, I didn't know if you took pictures of it so that ICAP could visually see.
Yeah, so their concern really is more of, we had an approved plan, fits within DOT standards. My understanding of of any of the guardrails, including the trailing guardrails, is it's yet an additional safety measure. And with it previously installed and then removed, we would definitely need documentation, not provided to us, but kept in-house on why we did that and how we felt we increased safety by removing it. I'm not sure that we can create that story. I'm certainly not a bridge expert. I would default to Adam on that. But that's where ICAP's concern is no different than, if we had a broken seatbelt in the truck and elected to not fix it because we just didn't feel like it. Does that make sense, Betty?
Yeah. Yeah.
So in this documentation that Adam gave us from, the Iowa DOT.
Local assistance engineer.
Yeah, local assistance engineer. Under guardrail, it says IM 3.230 requirement for local roadways. Guardrails should be installed on the approach corner in both directions, right side in each direction. Consideration should be given to shielding the trailing corner left side in each direction, especially if it is located on an outside edge of a curve. This trailing edge is located on the inside trailing edge of the curve. So, do you need more documentation than that?
I don't know that I would. I know the county attorney maybe mentioned that you should talk to us versus talking to him about this particular issue. But I would push that back to him a little bit. You have documentation there of what the DOT requires. Where my concern comes in and where Eric could certainly help us with this is if somebody does hit that bridge and it's discovered through that accident process that we had the trailing guardrail there and then removed it, what was our purpose for the removal and how did that make it safer? Because, we removed then the safety feature of it. So Eric would be the one that would have to defend that or tell the story behind that. ICAP's position is, we have increased exposure or the question of exposure. So what do we have to back why we did it?
And you don't feel that our minutes have got enough explanation in that reasoning?
I don't know that my opinion is the one that matters. I definitely think it's the county attorney's opinion that would matter for that.
Okay.
Because if that accident happens, it's the county attorney that will have to defend us along with ICAP.
Pursuant to section 309.21 and board policy shall adopt such methods and recommend such personnel and equipment necessary to maintain continuously in the best condition practicable the entire mileage of said system. Additionally, per Iowa Code 309.21, all construction and maintenance work shall be performed under the direct and immediate supervision of the county engineer, who shall be deemed responsible for the efficient, economical, and good faith performance of said work. She then says, my understanding is that Wright County's practice would be to only include a guardrail blister only for its engineering purpose of accommodating a guardrail. In my understanding, this is a common practice statewide. It is also my understanding that you have judged leaving the blister in place to pose a safety concern in and of itself because it provides room for the operation of a vehicle, which if in that lane could run into the now unshielded end of the bridge. Obviously, they'd be driving on the wrong side of the road. I concur with this logic. If the expectation is that the shoulder area is in place for vehicles to operate, the guardrail should be left in place so as to protect the motorist from the bridge end post. This is why we emphasize the need for guardrail on the approach corner of the structure. When I spoke with the supervisor, I was unfamiliar with the specifics of the project. I have now reviewed the project information as stated above and have come to the above noted conclusions. So it seems to me like it's stated pretty obvious that it's not a guardrail that is required on the trailing edge on a inside corner. And if you remove that, you remove the blister so that there isn't a traveled portion of the road there that could even be perceived as a traveled portion of the road, even though it's on the opposite side of the direction of travel. So I don't understand why there's a question about liability on this. Seems to me would have been open to liability if we left the blister there.
Has the county attorney responded to any of the questions on this?
No. He just threw it, when I talked to him, he told me to talk to you, like we had
Okay.
talked on this.
Well, Dean, I don't disagree with you at all. I proposed the question ICAP of, we had a guardrail with a blister on it. We elected to remove that. Are we comfortable with that? Or do you feel that we have opened the county for any additional liability exposure? And their feeling was, we certainly feel that we have opened additional liability exposure, again, by removing a safety device that was there. But their big question was, if the county has reviewed with the DOT and it still fits within the DOT parameters of what is acceptable, then the alteration to it can be done, but it doesn't relieve the county of having a suit brought against them if someone was to hit that now.
Well, I guess.
I understand your point of,
Under
you
that
know,
same logic, I would argue that it doesn't relieve us of any liability, even if the guardrail was there and somebody ran into it. I mean, they could still sue us.
yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the only question.
I saw two other bridges in the county that do not have trailing edge, guardrail. They do have it on the entry. I didn't see an issue there. I mean, are we liable for those, or just, is that because of the new guidelines of building the bridge? This bridge, with the guardrail removed, I think it gives us a better flow of the road. I think that's safer, and that's my whole issue. I want safety. I guess.
And so we've done that. We've removed the guardrail.
If you're telling me it makes a liability,
I think Jay and you need to go out and you can explain where the rail was and how it was. And he can see when you travel south, you know, coming around a curve. Nothing on that bridge is standard. Everything is on curves and angles. And so when you come into it, if you do like everybody does, is take the middle of the road going around a curve,
right,
and you have somebody driving south and you meet, there's no place for the person driving south or driving north, I'm sorry, if a person's driving south, going south around the curve, taking the middle of the road, and somebody's coming north, there's no place for that person to go if
If
they.
you're headed south on that road, you have line of sight clear to the top of the hill
Mhm.
to where, and it's 35 mile an hour posted speed.
You shouldn't be in the middle of the fresh of the
Sure as
road.
heck shouldn't be in the middle of the road.
Sorry.
But if you look at the road on the west side, we say, we've had flooding situations that's eroded the road, and they come in and put new gravel on top of it. But it's unstable at this point.
The west side of the road is protected by a guardrail as you're headed south.
It's before you get to the guardrail, that area.
Lynn, I could meet you in the Belmont office later or mid-afternoon today, and we could certainly go out there together. And I do agree with Betty on, I can send pictures to ICAP just to confirm to them, you know, what we have done.
Yeah, what time do you wanna meet?
Is 3 o'clock okay with you?
Yep, that'll work.
Okay.
This just seems like such an overreach for the board to question the design of a bridge. I mean, I don't
You know,
know.
what I
I don't
have
think
s-
any of you are engineers.
I
have a
did
good
not,
Engineer that,
I did not have a problem with it, okay?
right, I know, you and Ashley voted against it. For what? You have a problem with what?
With the guardrail itself,
Yes. Yes.
What were you gonna say?
cause I'm not a design person for bridges. He is, and the people he deals with take care of that,
So I
so.
appreciate you two voting that way.
And I'm not saying I'm right either, so.
Well, I'm not an engineer, it's like, but just the essence of the name guardrail says it's a safety feature, so.
Have you driven
We
the
have a
road?
good engineer, I don't know why you would question that.
Have you driven that road?
I have not driven the road, and it doesn't do me any good to drive the road, because I'm not an engineer.
I drove it.
I drove it and it was perfectly fine the way it was, other than people were aesthetically not pleased.
And I mean, wouldn't it make sense to maybe just put up a sign on both sides that says one lane bridge? I mean, be a lot cheaper than $6,000 to take it out.
But it's not
And
a
I'll
one,
bet you're gonna have to put it back in.
but it's not a one-lane bridge. Two cars can easily go through there. It's only 35 mile an hour. I took it at 45, did not have a problem.
So then I really don't see what the issue is, citizen arrest.
Do it.
And to Jay's point, it's not a matter of if you can or should you work, it's no different than working at the lake. If we take a safety feature off of something, we're gonna be liable. And with the way people are so happy to do, I mean, you can do what you wanna do, but every decision that's ever been made out there at the lake regarding safety is with the county in mind and the lawsuit. You're still gonna get sued either way, Dean. Whether you hit the guardrail or and there's no guardrail there, you're still gonna get sued. But now they're gonna win because you took the guardrail off that it was originally designed. Okay. And they're gonna win big. I got. Whereas before, they might not have won big. They might still have won, but they weren't gonna win big. In my opinion.
And you approved that bridge to start with, so. I mean, I don't know, I'm just very frustrated because it's like, we're in a time where us as department heads, we were all asked to cut our budgets. And then this just seems like a huge waste of money to me. Let's just go flush $6,000 down the toilet
It wasn't
to
six
take a
thousand
guardrail.
dollars. It
That's what the
was,
paper said.
well,
That
the
wasn't-
paper had it wrong. It was $6,000 to move it over 2 feet. We chose to remove it because the engineer said that we could remove it because it was on the trailing edge.
The other thing the guardrail does is it blocks the trail that was developed there. Going into the timber back into a piece of property that we own back there. And now the reconstruction of that bridge with the guardrail there is not gonna allow them to come up and out like they used to with their ATVs, which was illegal. but we could never catch them in there. So you've also saved in that regard.
That was on the south edge of the bridge.
That was on the northeast corner, right where you took the guardrail out. They accessed Thompson's ground there. And then Thompson's ground accessed our ground. So you actually did us a favor by having the guardrail there.
I just feel the rail did not follow the contour of the road with the curve.
And we have removed the guardrail, and we have removed the guardrail.
How many complaints did you have from citizens?
So
Several?
Any further discussion?
well, I'll meet with Jay at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Do you
I
want,
wonder if you couldn't contact the county attorney and see if he could meet you out there too, since he's the one that's gonna have to litigate this at some point.
you wanna see if Eric can meet you too?
I can.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. Do we need to put this on the agenda for next week, or we just, no action taken?
Yeah, till Thursday to make that decision.
Okay, item number 11, Adam, Wright County Engineer.
Items for you. Secondary roads budget amendment, version number 1, follows the amendment you guys approved this morning for this year's FY 26 budget. Like I've said in the past, we have to have, we have our county budget, then we have our DOT budget that we submit to the DOT. So I keep those exactly the same. So these changes to this budget, reflect that. If there's any questions about that, I have my document that I sent to the county, auditor, that shows all the changes, if you have any questions.
So this is to the DOT reflecting what we did for an amendment.
Essentially, yeah, this is, because I have to have, I run 2 budgets essentially, but I keep them the same. So when you do one, I don't wanna have to keep different percentages on the other one. What it was just moving around money to make it, better percentages. We're sitting really well, right now, but I just wanted to make more average percentages throughout my entire. So, and it also reflects the construction, we did get timeline of construction didn't come in when we thought it was going to. So it reflects the revenue that was gonna come in and then the expenditure. Sorry, Betty, I think you were gonna say something. Did you have anything?
Yeah, but on the budget that we approved, the budget amendment that we approved, you reduced your budget by 534,251.
Yes. This is the expense side. Oh, sorry. That's what I submitted to the auditor, so you guys can see something. I got you there.
Okay.
I showed a reduction of $500,000 in expenditures. Majority of that is in construction, just because of timeline. Then the next, I'm sorry, I'm very hoarse yesterday. Today, 5 baseball games, hooting and hollering, having fun.
I just thought you were acting tough.
No, definitely not, definitely not. There was
That's got a
about
problem.
12 hours of baseball yesterday is kind of wearing on me.
Yeah, that's right.
So then we show a deduction of the revenue of 311,000, and a majority of that is in the bridge replacement. Does that help explain what's going on there, Brandon?
I would move for approval for the fiscal year 26 Iowa DOT secondary roads budget amendment.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Next item on the agenda is the monthly report, routine blading, obviously across the entire county, spot load requests. Blade operators have been putting those in. We've been getting those done as timely as possible. We did have some rain last week that had some of the routes kind of go to pot on us, so we got out there again and did that. We jumped off of our engineer miles to get those done. We are reclaiming some of our gravels and hard surfaces to get that edge back, on, next to the hard surface, and then gravel to get some of that curb and gutter gone. Trucks hauling spot loads, we've done about 5,000 tons of spot loads. We've done some spot shouldering also with our shouldering machine. Crack filling, up in the Belmont area, and then we're gonna do it on the Prestige Road that's currently going, total patching on Franklin. I'll probably have, we had that same issue on R38, I think 2 years ago, maybe when we got that, where we had more of the, you know. So when they're done with that, I'm gonna have a blade go through and go over the top of that and kind of hopefully smooth it up, wait for a good hot day and take that off. So obviously not a dry day, because that's what we were running into the last time. Don't wanna start a ditch fire. Engineer miles, we've done 45 of the 64 segments, 9,000 tons. So we're staying on those pretty good. 64 work orders have been done. I wanted to have you guys know this construction update down at the bottom. Our milling operation for the residential area out at Sandy Beach and the east side of the lake is going to start this week on Thursday. I have contacted Bob Powers. He put a message out to the lake. We're also gonna put out signs at the entrance of Sandy Beach and the other side on just off of Page Avenue, so that they know that it's there. We're gonna put a date on it. Obviously, this is all tentative. I don't know what weather's gonna do,
Right.
so our contractor might, you know, cause they're on 3 right now. After that's done, after that's started, we're gonna move those signs, change the date out to Nelson Avenue, one of them, and then try to get maybe, hopefully get another one or put one on County K or 69, just depends on where they're gonna start.
They'll still be traveled, but
Just
flag man.
flagger and then it'll be a rough surface.
Yeah.
So. And once all that's done, I'm sure they'll start the repaving and we'll make sure the signs are out for that when they go to repave.
Excellent.
Any other questions?
Thank you.
Did you decide, around the lake, is that gonna be a 2-inch?
Yeah, yeah, we went to a 2-inch, yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Adam.
Hope we get your regular voice back soon.
Oh, I'll let you know when it comes, Rick.
Sure, I'm sure you will.
Sounds like the guys in the office like, hey, you smoking cigars this weekend? You know, yelling at 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like her gas.
We love it, it was fun.
Okay, item number 12, consider going into closed session pursuant of Iowa Code 21.5 dash, or parentheses C, to discuss strategy with counsel in matters that are presently in litigation or where litigation is imminent, where it is disclosure would likely to prejudice or a disadvantage to the position of the governmental body in litigation in regard to the Legate claims.
I don't know if Sandy and Jamie had any other further
Oh.
update on the,
But again,
Buffalo site. I kind of gave a briefing that even if the DNR gave the points, took the points away, it would still pass on the shouts and the water. So either way, it still passed.
We apologize, we were doing, I had to get the training, schedule this morning, so we were going through that as a refresher. Yes, those scores or those points on that matrix. The scoring that I sent in subtracted the points captured for that not being a house and put the scoring in as if it was a residential. It still is a passing score.
Yeah.
So yes, your duty as supervisors is to establish whether the points that they capture are true and accurate.
And so, on the other 2 sites, we actually took board action and approved it. This doesn't require any board action.
You mean you mean on the matrix or,
Well,
oh.
last
I
week,
see, yes, well, actually. You,
we disproved the point.
to follow the trail, you could, however, it does not, they have approved the permit regardless, we put our.
2 cents in.
2 cents in that said it does not pass, they says it,
Okay.
say it does, so only putting it back on would.
Okay, I just was looking at
What end, yeah,
the minutes. We disapproved the Buffalo and then we approved the master matrix for the Larry Olson site and the Lake Township site. And so now if somebody's reading through minutes,
They would have got in the minutes this week is gonna say that the DNR still is gonna
Okay,
give a
all right,
permit
got it.
because
Very
of
good.
the point system, even by taking away the points for the house.
Yeah.
So,
And we have that paperwork as well,
Mhm.
sent in also.
Very good.
Again, sorry, we weren't here
no,
right off the
Okay.
bat.
I'll make a motion then to go into closed session. Considering Iowa Code Section 21.5 C to discuss strategy with counsel in matters that are presently in litigation or where litigation is imminent.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second to go into closed session. Roll call vote. Dean,
Bye.
Rick,
Aye.
Lynn,
Aye.
Betty,
Aye.
Ashley votes aye. Closed session. Update on any meeting?
Oh, you had some new bit, what, not really.
Go ahead.
business. Out to our park. What's his name?
Part,
Ford, the agribusiness
Oh.
park.
got it.
Aaron,
Tom,
Tom contacted me, they got a leak out there that's probably, and they need to fix it. Probably gonna cost about $5,000 to fix it,
And the leak is where?
at their pumps area,
In the well house?
yes,
Okay,
and it's gonna be a pain to do.
okay.
I told him, just keep me informed on what's going on.
I have, ISAC Supervisors Board Retreat Thursday, Friday, so I'll be in Council Bluffs at the ISAC Board Retreat. Since I'm District 2 President.
that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I had a CFR meeting on Thursday by Zoom. Again, continued progress on the new building at the Des Moines Nature campus. And other than that, just normal business by CFR, Community and Family Resources.
I sent a redemption. They'll be sending us a new 20-day agreement to sign. Then I had UGMO as well. And we have our annual meeting coming up May 26th. That will be my last day of being president of that.
Oh. Are we gonna have on that new 2080 agreement, is there gonna be member fees?
Not for us, because we were grandfathered in when the lawsuit came through.
Mm-hmm.
We had gotten in at the right time, so there'll be no fee for us, but there will be fee for new ones.
And that was a lawsuit concerning what?
I'd have to go clear back, Dean, on that. I'll get back to you.
That was from juvenile detention?
Yes,
Okay.
Hardin County, I think it was Hardin County.
Well, Hancock isn't that the isn't he the chairman anymore or not from Hancock? And it was against, was it on Tony Reed? Was that what it was concerning, the director? Cause he's no longer there, right?
No, he's no longer there. It's about a 2-hour story.
I don't have that much time.
I don't either.
Okay.
Anything?
And then, yeah. And then obviously, the legislative session wrapped up. I've tried to decipher what they actually did on the budget, stuff. But I finally gave up and called Lucas and said, can you? And he said, we're working on a paper that we'll be sending out to everybody that will detail this stuff, so,
I don't even know if they know.
yeah.
The
I
legislature.
tried to
knows.
read it and I tried to listen and I couldn't figure it out.
I think it's absolutely appalling that our legislative goes 100 days and then in the
They
last,
do everything in 2 days,
right,
after normal working hours,
at 3 o'clock in the morning.
yeah.
That's just wrong. I think that should be outlawed. And, I mean, they've had all session to start talks on the budget, on county tax reform.
It was one of their priority lists for the start of the session.
Right, right. It's appalling. It's rude. So Anyways,
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. We are adjourned. Are we gonna move just right into drainage?
I do not have her minutes from last week, if somebody else wants to. Read those. I have nothing for drainage.
I got nothing.
There is nothing that I have,
5 minutes.
so that's the only thing that we're gonna do.
Right?
And the adjournment.
Oh, you have claims? I have nothing. I was not prepared to be down here today whatsoever.
You see if she had.
It's Amanda Bullen.
She's
Family I
sick.
can see.
Okay.
She had 5 drainage claims, she had 3 drainage work orders and 2 open invoices.
Who wants to read the minutes?
I can.
We will
But maybe we
convene,
ought to start with
yeah,
item 1.
we'll convene as drainage trustees, approval of the tentative agenda.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Minutes of last meeting.
The Wright County Board of Supervisors met in regular session as trustees of the Drainage District with following members present: Rasmussen, Clues, Bosch, Allison, Lutz. Also present were Amanda Meyer, Auditor, and Courtney Morris, Drainage Administrator. Other interested parties via Zoom included Van Mitchell, Robert Watts, and Michael. Chairperson Bosch called the meeting to order at 9 a.m. Conference call with Hamilton County trustees was held on the 2026 drainage assessments. Present on the conference call were Hamilton County Supervisors Rick Young, April Ely, and Mary Clausen, with Lori Oberdance as the drainage clerk. Wright County Chairperson Bosch called the meeting to order. The following 2026 joint assessments with Hamilton County was presented. Joint Drainage District 61-99 Hamilton. Total levy $1,926.05. Wright County share being $1,356.52. Motion by Hamilton County Young, second by Wright County Clues to approve the joint drainage district assessment between Hamilton and Wright County in 2026. Motion carried. Wright County Chairperson Bosch adjourned the joint meeting. The trustees went into recess at 9:02 a.m. Trustees returned from recess at 10:29 a.m. Motion by Rasmussen, second by Lukes to approve the tentative agenda. Motion carried. Minutes of the previous meeting on April 20th, 2026 were read and approved. Motion by Rasmussen, second by Ellis to approve drainage claims for payment. Motion carried. There were 2 work orders that were reviewed and approved. One in Belmont Township and one in Dayton Township. Morris presented the following drainage invoices. There were 5 of them total. For Tracy Crail for Beaver Tails, Jack Britton for Beaver Tails, and Mossdam Construction for Grant Township, Section 30 DD14. Total claims were $15,307.81. Discussion was held on a beaver dam removal, trapping and tail bounding practices of other counties were compared, and inconsistencies were identified in our, particularly regarding activity outside drainage districts. While most agree that districts should pay for dam removal when water flow is clearly impeded, even outside of district boundaries, there was significant concern about paying bounties due to fraud risk, limited effectiveness in controlling beaver populations, and rising count of tails being brought in. Recent claims highlighted gaps in documentation, enforcement, and procedures. Stricter rules were discussed, such as pre-approved work orders, landowner authorization within districts, and better documentation, GPS, photos, or licenses. Current out-of-district claims may be denied under existing policies at the next regular meeting. Morris was directed to draft a clearer, more consistent framework for review in 2 weeks. Motion by Rasmussen, second by Lukes to adjourn the meeting. Motion carried.
Any additions or corrections? They will stand approved as read.
And the only thing I would say is on these beaver tails and Woolstock, we did sign those claims today. And and those did get paid.
It's moving
But-
forward now,
But
right?
moving forward now, if
Work
it's
orders.
not inside as per our current, if it's not inside a drainage district. And somebody inside that drainage district is signing it up for it. You know, we have to stay strict to that until our policies and other stuff changes.
Sounds good.
It's, yeah.
I agree. Okay. Drainage claims. We had just those, six
Those
of
done.
them. Right? I'm trying to find the email from Courtney. There it is. We had the 5 drainage claims. Which were,
Of the 15,307.81 as I read.
yes, but this, Tracy Creel, Jack Britton. And Mazda Construction.
Correct.
Yep,
Let's go through.
Okay.
I have a motion and a second to approve. The drainage claims, all those in favor? I'm.
Alright,
Claims, you too?
Yeah, I said
Yes.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Open forum for public input regarding drainage districts. Review and signing drainage work orders. It looks like she has 3 on here.
So I have one for Heather and Chris Chambers.
I
in the
had
Dallas
one.
Area.
Which I signed.
I had one for Randy Tillman and I was out and took pictures and signed that also.
Perfect. And then. Drainage invoices. There were 2. One for Agravia on DD 169 tile for $7,200 and one for
Mansky.
Mansky Farm Drainage on Amsterdam section 2554-121 Main.
Yep, that would be a joint with
Oh,
Hancock
yeah, with
County.
Hancock County for $1,790.
And I don't know what portion of that would be our. Or would that be our portion that they send us? Yes, okay.
Okay.
you need a motion to approve
No.
these?
Oh,
Okay. Anything else before the drainage trustees?
motion to adjourn.
Second,
A motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor?
alright.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. We are adjourned. Thank you.